Ram.
Ram.
Now we bring the awareness in between the breasts in the middle of the body, and here we do the sound yum, and we keep the mudra, the index finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yum.
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 Yum. Yum.
Yum. Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Release the mudra and continue. Yum.
Yum.
One last time.
Yum.
Yum. Now bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do the sound hum, and we keep the mudra with thumbs up, loose fist. Take a deep breath in. Hum.
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 Hum. Hum.
Hum. Release the mudra and continue.
Hum.
Hum. Last time.
Hum.
Hum. Bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and here we do the sound shum, and keep the thumbs up mudra. Take a deep breath in. Chum.
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 Chum. Chum.
Chum. Release the mudra, and one more time.
Chum.
Chum. No, one last time.
Chum.
Chum. Top of the head, Om. Thumbs up mudra. Release the mudra and continue. Now we are ready to go on to our Ujjayi Pranayam. I don't remember who is the volunteer for that. If
Yeah.
anybody would like. Okay, go ahead. Yes, Srijat.
So we'll go to the Ujjayi Pranayam or happy face breathing. Those who are doing this practice for a while, please continue. Those who joined new, please keep your spine straight. Close your eyes and observe your throat. You may feel it normal. Make a big smile. And there will be a slight stretch in the throat. Focus on the stretch. Inhale and exhale slowly. You will feel the breath rubbing in the throat. So with that slight stretch, inhale and exhale slowly. For those of who just joined, we are doing the happy face breathing, Ujjayi Pranayam. This practice will stimulate the afferent nerve sensitivity, which will allow the organs to communicate better with the brain.
Sharda Mahadiratha, can you just lower your chin a little bit? Just lower your chin a little bit. It'll help you, and keep a bigger smile. It'll have a better impact. Little more lower chin. That is better. Make the sensation little more in the throat. A bigger smile, maybe a deeper breath. Yes, now you're good. Thank you.
We will do this for 1 more minute and we'll go to the next practice. Next, we will go to the silent mantra, Haim Im Am. So we will vibrate the mantra from sternum through the top of the head. So as we visualize the mantra, the vibration goes up sternum through the top of the head. Haim Im Am, Haim Im Am. There is no correlation with the breath, and the pace can vary depending upon the individual. So it can be slow or fast. I will repeat the mantra a couple of times, and then you can do it at your own pace for a couple of minutes. Haim Im Am, Haim Im Am, Haim Im Am. I just got a message from someone that they are doing it for the first time, so they need some more instructions. So we will focus from the sternum area and then mentally visualize the mantra Haim Im Am flowing from sternum through the top of the head. So I have also put the mantra in the chat box. If there are further clarification, you may please let me know.
This person, if it helps, you can first think of a line from the sternum going through the body, through the top of the head. Mentally focus on that line over there, and then feel the flow of the vibration Haim Im Am. It'll make it easier to visualize.
And this need to be done silently.
Yes.
And no correlation with the breath.
Yes.
So we will go to the next practice. I am focusing in the chest and the lung area. So we will mentally vibrate the mantra in the chest and the lung area. And this also need to be done silently and no correlation with the breath. We'll visualize the chest and lung area and visualize the mantra. Haim, 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 haim. And there is no correlation with the breath, and the pace may vary depending upon the individual. This mantra will improve the circulation in the system. So you may feel some sensation in the hand or feet or on the head. So that's normal. We will do it for a couple of minutes. I think we are ready for the spinal alignment.
Okay, so I will take it today. So let's begin with the neck exercises. As you exhale, bring your ear towards one shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, go the other way and continue. Remember, right from the beginning, the spine has to be straight and every motion has to be in sync with the slow, relaxing breath. Okay. Now as you exhale, turn the head as if looking over one shoulder. As you inhale, come back. Exhale the other way. Inhale, come back.
and continue.
Now, as you inhale, take the head back. And exhale, bring the chin down towards the chest. As you exhale and bring the chin towards the chest, we rotate 360 degrees. Inhale, go backward, and exhale, complete the circle coming around the side. Continue. Inhale and exhale. Now let's go in the opposite direction. Remember, in all these exercises, we keep the awareness within and observe how we feel within inside. Now, we go on to the shoulder exercises, alternate shoulder. Inhale, lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate it and backward and bring it down. Then the other shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Okay, now we begin the hand exercises. Stretch out the hand, and as you inhale, make the palms perpendicular to the forearm and extend out your fingers. Exhale, thumbs in and a downward facing fist. Inhale and exhale. Now, as you close the fist and come down, now we begin rotation around the fist. Inhale and exhale constitutes one turn. Continue. Observe the sensations within as you inhale and exhale. Now let's go backward. Inhale and exhale. Now we bring our elbows in line with our shoulders, and as we inhale, open out the palms and go around the wrist in all directions. Inhale and exhale. The wrist and fingers are moving. The elbows are also moving. And a little bit you feel on the shoulders as well. Let's go backward. Inhale and exhale. Okay, interlock the hands. Bring it behind your head. And as you exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale the other way. Inhale, come back. Take care to make sure the elbows are at a 180-degree angle. Don't bring them inward. And the head is straight up and it doesn't come down. Keep the head up. Exhale and inhale. Excellent. Now we are going to do both shoulders together. Inhale, lift up both the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Okay. Now, as we exhale, you can cross your hand to the opposite shoulder and bring the other hand behind you and turn. Inhale, come back, and exhale, go the other way. The other option is you can cross your hand over your knee, opposite knee, and take the hand back and twist the same way. And inhale, come back, whichever is convenient for you. Okay. Now, lift up one leg and place it over the opposite knee, and then get hold of the up knee that is on the top with both your hands, your interlocked hands. And as you exhale, not only lift it up, but cross it over so that the butt is lifting. And what you do is you turn your head to the same side as the leg you're holding. So there you'll find in the back, it's like a cross stretch. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull and turn. Okay. Now let's cross the other leg over. Exhale, pull and turn. Okay. Now we will do cycling exercise with the leg 5 times each leg. Inhale, lift up the leg, exhale, stretch out and bring it down. Let's go second time. Third time. Fourth time. And last time. Now let's go to the other leg. Inhale, lift, exhale, stretch and come down. Third time. Fourth. And last time. Now let's stand up. And those of you who need the support, you can place your hands on your chair. And those of you who don't need support, you can hold your hands behind your back and make sure the chin is up and you only bend from the hip and not from the back. Get hold of the elbows behind and exhale and come down.
I think, Dr. Rajan, I think I'm doing this wrong. Could you please show me your knee? Because I think I'm doing it wrong from the knee.
The knee does not bend. Here, you can see my knee. Can you see my knee? Can you
Yes.
see?
Yes,
Oh,
I can. Thank you. Oh, so you're not bending it. Okay.
okay. Okay, so let's sit down. Now we have only time for one round of Bhastrika today. So the Bhastrika is the deep breathing. Now, since we have new people today, I'm going to demonstrate it properly. So there are two ways of doing it. The easy way is to keep your hands in the abdominal area. And as you exhale, you feel the abdominal area go in. As you inhale, feel the abdominal area come out. And then the chest expands and the shoulder pulls back to complete the breath. Exhale, you relax everything. Chest collapses, abdominal area collapses, goes in. And so that's how we do it. So just as a demo of how it feels when we do a full deep breath as follows. So like that. Now, by the same token, you can do the same thing slightly differently. The only difference is you need to have abdominal control. When you exhale going in, inhale coming out. In that case, you keep the elbows by the side of the chest in a loose fist. As you inhale, feel the abdominal area come out. And as you continue to inhale, the chest expands, lift up the elbows. And then as you continue to inhale, the upper lung inhales, the shoulder pulls back and the palms open. Then as you begin to exhale, close the fist and complete the exhalation slowly with abdominal area going in. So if you want to do it this way, or either way is fine, just let's go 1, exhale. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. 5, exhale. 6, exhale. 7, exhale. 8, exhale. 9, exhale. 10, exhale. 11, exhale. 12, exhale. 13, exhale. 14, exhale. 15, exhale. 16, exhale. 17, exhale. 18, exhale. 19, exhale. 20, exhale. I'm going to continue 21. Exhale. 22. Exhale. 23. Exhale. 24. Exhale. 25. Exhale. 26. Exhale. 27. Exhale. 28. Exhale. 29. Exhale. And 30. Exhale. Eyes closed, bring down the hands, relax, and observe the sensations in your head. When you're on your own, never do more than 20 breaths at a time. I did this as an exception only because we didn't have time for the second round. The sensations may take a while to fully settle down. Keep observing them, and once it leaves the head and goes below, you can mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. Mentally have the idea, have the sense of the eyes looking upward even though it is closed. Keep both palms facing upward, one over the other, touching the thumb. If you have a personal mantra, you can use it. Otherwise, watch the breath and listen to Om in the background. Mentally tell yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born, and with that as the thought, Well, raise your hands up and bring it 6 inches in front of your eyes and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. So with that, we complete the session today. Today has been a very interesting day. We have had, today we reached a total of 171 connections. This is the highest number of connections we have had. So we have had some new people today. So I'm going to first request them to introduce themselves and join the yoga family here. And then thereafter, any questions before we go to the Yoga Sutras. And we have had 2 other interesting openings today. Dr. Kulbhushan Gulati just sent me a message earlier today, and I have not been able to respond, that he has approval to begin with our yoga therapy, measured yoga therapy with our machine in his clinic. So it'll be in New York. This is in the West Point area where the famous West Point Military Academy. So it'll be in that area. And north of New York City, some 60 miles, 70 miles north of New York City. So any case, so this
Dr. Rajan, congratulations.
Oh, but that is Dr. Kulbhushan Gulati is good this thing, so give him a big hand. Now, the other thing, of course, is this conversation with Dr. Gulati began about 3 weeks back. So it has taken that much amount of time. So today there was also an inquiry from Toronto in Canada, whether we could bring the measured yoga therapy there as well. So we'll see where that goes later on. But any case. So now the new people who have come in, if you would like to introduce yourself, please unmute yourself and start talking.
Hi, my name is Anup Chiniva. I am from Falls Church. I used to join before, but lately I was not able to join, and I was able to join today. And I've even attended the classes in the this one in the temple. So I used to come with Srijit, and Srijit has introduced me to this group. Thank you.
Welcome, Anup. Good to see you back.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Any questions?
Dr. Narayanan, this is Uma. I have one quick question.
Yes.
When we do the chakradhyanas on our own, do we still need to say the lam, vam, the sounds on our own loudly, or can we then say it within ourselves?
Okay. If it is said loudly, when I say loudly, it need not be, the volume need not be loud, but literally saying it in the lip. You can say lam, this thing, okay? When you say it that way, it has a little bit stronger impact. But if you're in a crowd or elsewhere, you're in a group and you want to be silent, mentally do it too, it'll still have some impact, okay? And then and of course, when you don't know how much count to do, if you cannot sense, just do 5 times in each chakra, that'll be fine as a regular practice. Okay, any other questions, or shall we go?
I have a quick question.
No.
Yes, there are 2 people. Brahmji, please go ahead.
I want to ask you, I'm doing good.
Is she doing okay?
I'm doing okay.
Krishna.
I can only see your face. Your face looks happy. That's all I can say. It must be okay. I cannot see your whole body, right? Your Ujjayi pranayama was going well. Okay, that was going well.
Great.
Dr. Narayanan, this is
yes,
Ponnappan. I
yes.
could not show my video because somehow my machine is not working. But my question is, in Florida, do you have any Nadi machine in Orlando area?
Brahmaji would love to have it there. So what we will do is, in due course, we can, if we find somebody who can actually be trained and work with it, then we
Oh.
can take that next step there. Are you retired, Mr. Rangaswamy?
Yes.
Do you have the time to learn and do yourself?
Uh, yeah, I will try. I have another senior student of yours from DC, Mr. Ravichandran.
Yes.
He may be able to do a better demonstration or.
Okay. You know what you should do? The three of you together, Ravi Chandran, you and Brahma Agarwal and family, the three of you talk to each other and figure out the logistics of it. To get the machine is a very simple task,
I see.
but to make sure that we effectively use it, so that is what we need to focus on. So the three of you can have a conversation, and I can introduce you by email to each of you, so you can figure out from there your phone numbers and things like that.
Okay. So do we need a physician to have the machine?
No, you don't, but you need a person who is a thinking, analytical person.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Can I ask one quick
Thank you.
question?
Yes, actually, please do. And Chaitanya Mistry is waiting to ask a question too. Yeah.
I just want to know what is the meaning of these mantras? Is there any meaning to these mantras?
No, they are only vibration. They are only sound, no meaning.
No meaning. Okay. I want to.
Chaitanya Mistry?
Yeah, I just had a quick questions like how long you should be in wait before you do the yoga, like I mean after eating.
Okay.
So suppose if I am busy around this time, you are you have the another session at 8 p.m.
Yes,
I
8:30.
eat in between, so I want to make sure that how long I should wait.
Okay. It all depends upon how big of a meal you eat.
Okay.
Okay. If you eat something light and easy to digest, like for example, I'll give you an example. Let's say that we began at 5:30 today. Okay. And let's say around 4:35 at 5 o'clock, you are feeling very hungry. Okay. So you had an apple. And maybe you have had a cup of tea or something.
मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहती हूँ
यही क्वेश्चन
क्या है तो रात को भी करूं
सोने से पहले इनको
सोने से पहले
हाँ कर सकते हैं लेकिन मैं अभी बताता हूँ that is about his question. So the thing is, if you are doing it 5:30 and at 5 o'clock you're hungry, you took an apple or you had a cup of tea, no big deal. So after that you join in 5:30. In any case, for us between 5:30 and close to 5:50, we are only doing the mantras, and the neck exercise only begins around 5:50 or so, right? So you're in reasonably good shape. So you have given close to 1 hour after an apple kind of thing. Now, fruit is easy to digest. Now, on the other hand, if you had some real cereal and food and that kind of thing, then you definitely want to give a little longer time. And if you have had a really good, normal, big lunch that you have, you want to give 3 hours after that. Okay. So depending upon the quantity and ease of digestion, after that you can do. So, going back to Ms. Agarwal, the question she asked was, आप फिर से पूछिए. Unmute yourself, please.
So, Dr. Rajan,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so this question is pertaining to my personal professional needs, but maybe it will help somebody. So if you know, the other day you were explaining the significance of different points that we meditate on. So if we have to, if there are confrontations, if there is a behavior problem, can you ask someone to just sit and just do just that part of chakra?
Okay. Yours is not a short answer. Okay. So I'm going to say, hold it for tomorrow.
Okay,
So,
sure. Yes, sir.
So now Miss Agarwal can, take over here.
Well, what she's saying is, okay, now that she has done it now, should she do this before going to sleep? That 15 minutes or that exercise you told her to do again?
No, the exercise we have told her is very simple. This practice session she did is not part of her regular routine. Her regular routine of the 2-3 exercises that are there, that is in the morning before breakfast and before lunch. And the third one is before going to sleep, right?
Good. Okay.
So those are the 3 times your exercise.
Must do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dr. Rajan,
Yes.
I've even asked you earlier, is it possible for me to, both the eyes are dry, hardly makes any tears. Today my video is not working. So is there anything I can do to induce tear making in my eyes?
Okay. Let's keep this as an individual conversation. And can we go on to the Yoga Sutras? Otherwise, we will get hung up over there. We won't have enough time.
Thank you.
I'm sharing my screen.
Yes. Okay. So coming back over here, you all recall that we have now focused on chapter 3. We have gone through the context of chapter 3 relative to the whole Yoga Sutras. And this is the place where you have the higher experiences of yoga in chapter 3. So everything else you do physically and with this pranayama and all of that, they are all elementary aspects of yoga. The higher aspects of yoga is cosmic connectivity, where you're able to mentally ask whatever you want and you're able to get the answers immediately. That is the concept of prajna, or intuitive awareness. And chapter 3 of the Yoga Sutra essentially indicates there is a systematic process by which it happens. And the systematic process is you have a point of focus and you meditate on it. You get completely absorbed in it. The sense of you is no longer there. The mind is gone. But then you get the answer. And when you get the answer, you're able to know whatever you had asked. You become a very wise person. That comes. So this process is dharana is the point of focus. Dhyana is the point of mind becoming blank. And then samadhi is the state where you have the connectivity. And from samadhi, you get your answer. Now, Patanjali Muni goes on further to state what are the different kinds of extraordinary abilities that a person can get. This is the area, as I mentioned to you, is the chapter of Siddhis. And the Siddhis are these extraordinary abilities that come. It may not come to everyone. Towards the end of the chapter, he will say, what comes to you is only in order for you to perform the duty for which you have been born. So your swadharma. So everyone will not get all the abilities. Only what is needed for you to fulfill your cosmic purpose. So yesterday when we looked at it, some of them were very unusual. Ability to disappear, ability to, make sure when you are talking, you can direct it to people and others will not hear. Or you have the ability to know all kinds of languages and sounds. So all of these we saw yesterday. And so that was that. Similarly, so Sutra number 22 was how you can direct the conversation only where you want to it, or when you're speaking, you can make it in such a way where people who are not supposed to hear won't hear it. So that was Sutra number 22. So as I said, in this entire chapter, we are going to quickly go through these because these sutras are not particularly relevant for our day-to-day practice and all of these things. But the only reason Patanjali Muni gives this chapter is because if anybody gets these experiences, they shouldn't get confused. They shouldn't start thinking I'm greater than other people or anything like that. But it is basically only to fulfill their duty these abilities come. And eventually, if you feel you're more important because you get this, then that is the greatest downfall you can have. You will never go on to the higher realization. Okay, so the sutra number 23 says, Sopa kramam, nirupa kramam cha, kramam tat samyamat, paranta jnanam arishtebhyo va. Okay, paranta means what? Anta means end. Paranta means you're ready to leave your body. And how can you know when you're going to leave the body? The knowledge of that is jnanam, ajnanam. Paranta jnanam is the knowledge of when you're going to leave the body. So how can you know that? One way is arishtebhyo va. Arishta means any kind of omens. You know, the indicators, omens as they call them, but with that or va, or the other way in which that is indicated is sopa kramam and nirupa kramam. Sopa kramam, krama means sequence. Sopa means what has already happened. Nirupa kramam, what is going to, what has not yet, not yet come, but is in the but is something that can happen in the future. So you focus on that and you do the samyama on that, on the sequence of everything that is happening. And that way you can know, when you're ready to leave the body. Again, the sutra number 24, he says, Maitri Adishu Balani. This actually goes on to a little bit related to a sutra from the first chapter. In the first chapter, somewhere around sutra number, I think around 30 or so, there is a sutra that says that how you moderate your attitude. How you moderate your attitude is, if you see something that is good, have a sense of maitri or friendliness towards it. Don't go ha-ha. And similarly, if you see something wicked, don't start reacting, become less reactive, just ignore and walk away from there. So how you can reduce your reactivity is something that is described in chapter 1. So Maitri Adishu, he had described 4 of them over there. So Adi means etc. So from the Maitri and all of these comes strength, Balani. So if you focus on these qualities of non-reactivity, it gives you strength. Baleshu, from the strength comes Hasti Balani. You get as much strength as an elephant. And then sutra number 26, Pravritti Aloka Nyasat Sukshma Vyavahita Viprakrishta Jnanam. Viprakrishta means, Prakrishta means what is something inwardly connected. When there is V in front of it, Vishesha, that means something that you don't know where it is. The concept of Sukshma is something that is subtle. Vyavahita means something that is misplaced. So what happens is, Pravritya is of the Pravritti, means of the Pravritti Aloka. Aloka is the light or energy. Nyasat means by the connection into the light of the nature of something. You can actually know things that are subtle, that are misplaced, or out of sight or whatever. Where it is, you can know. Bhuvana Jnanam Surya Samyamat. Bhuvana means all of the cosmos, but you can know that by doing samyama or the dharana dhyana samadhi with Surya or the sun. And then the next sutra, Chandre Tara Vyuha Jnanam. You focus on the, you do samyama on the moon, and you can know the, you can get to know the circulation or the movements of the stars. You can understand all of these things are so, but this thing, that is why I'm saying we go through fast, because unless you experience them, you cannot know what they really mean. But this is what Patanjali Muni says, few people can have, some people can have experience of this. And you can understand when a person says these, you can understand how Indian astrology has come from. So the sages and munis have done that samyama, and they have experienced this, and that's how the system of astrology was created. Dhruve tad gati jnanam. Dhruva is the pole star, which doesn't move. And by focusing on the pole star and doing the samyama on this, you can know the movement of all the other stars. Tad is that, gati is the motion, jnanam, and that refers to sutra number 28, where the Chandre Tara Vyuha Jnanam. Then sutra number 30, Nabhi Chakre Kaya Vyuha Jnanam. If you focus on the Nabhi Chakra, the navel chakra, you can know the Kaya is the body. So the body's, Vyuha is, you can think of it as the circle or the cycle of the body, or you can think of it as the entire energy system of the body. Now, you can understand that we look upon the navel chakra as the seat of vigor in the body. Okay, so you can also relate to that. Kantha Kupe, Sutra number 31. Kantha Kupe Chuta Pipasa Nivrittihi. So in the throat, you can be, if you focus on the throat, in the well of the throat, Kupa means literally well, so you can say within the throat. The Chuta is hunger, Pipasa is thirst, Nivritti is you overcome the hunger and thirst. And some of you may know from the Ramayana, when Vishwamitra Muni teaches Lakshmana and Ram to how they can control or be, he teaches a technique for them whereby they won't have hunger or thirst at the time when they are protecting their yajna. Remember, some of you may remember from Ramayana that story. Then Kurmanadhyam Sthiryam, Sutra number 32, that there is a nadi called Kurmanadi, which actually runs from somewhere in the navel area to the throat. And that Kurmanadi, if you focus on that, it gives you complete, the real seat of the Kurmanadi is the throat, but it flows in other places. It tells you Sthiryam is supreme steadiness or balance. So my assumption over here is, we all know that the gyros in the ear are the ones which give the balance for the body. If anybody loses their balance, it is the throat chakra that helps them to balance them. Okay, so Kurmanadhyam Sthiryam. Sutra number 33, Murdha Jyotishi Siddha Darshanam. Okay, the Murdhanya point is the hairline right in the middle of the head. So there, by focusing on the light of the Murdha, you can have experience of siddhas, or siddha. The darshanam is to see, so you can see siddhas. What does this mean? Well, it is kind of up to us, the concept of siddha. There is a concept called siddha loka. So these are, you can think of it as people who are high-level yogis, who are beyond the body, and you can access them. That is the kind of thing that is said over here. Now, I will also point over here. This is the point, the Murdha point. That is also the point that can corrupt the adaptive immune system. And that is also the source that can, as a result of, can cause autoimmune conditions. So it has a special relevance over there you often hear about the blessings of siddhas and things like that, whatever it may mean. Sutra number 34, Pratibha Pratibhatva Sarvam. So Pratibha is, what is the meaning of bha? Is luster. Pratibha means what comes to you from outside the luster. In other words, when you're able to, the concept of Pratibha is to have supreme cosmic knowledge. Through that cosmic light coming into you, that enlightenment coming into you, you can have access to everything, sarva. Hridaye chit samvit. Hridaye chitta samvit. Hridaye refers to the Atma Chakra. The Atma Chakra is in the sternum and it is not in the middle of the body. It is towards the front of the middle of the body, but inside the body. And there, chitta samvit, the chitta or our programmed entity becomes samvit, is completely knowledgeable. With means knowledge, samvit is completely knowledgeable. In other words, our supreme wisdom resides in the Atma Chakra. And that is where we look to see how much of Atma Jnana a person has. Okay, so let's go on to Sutra number 36. Sattva Purushayoho Atyanta Asankirnayoho Pratyaya Avishesho Bhogaha Para Arthat or Arthatvat Swartha Samyamat Purusha Jnana. The reason you see that thing Arthatvat in parenthesis is the yoga, and you'll see in other places sometimes when you see the thing in parenthesis is because these yoga sutras and all of these, the original version is so old. And at an earlier point in time, when I say earlier point in time, several hundred years back, so almost 1,000 years back, every copy that was available was a handwritten copy. Okay, so the thing is, you see, through the handwritten copy in those old, in these palm leaves and things that they wrote in, there were different versions which had different writings over there. So one version writes it as para arthat and the other version writes para arthatvat. So that's why both versions are given, and in the brackets, that is why that comes that way. We have 2 more minutes to go, so we can complete at least till Sutra 38. So what it says is, Sattva Purushayoho Atyanta Asankirnayoho. What is the meaning of Sattva Purusha? Sattva Purusha means that Purusha who does not change. So that entity, it could be you, or it could be even the Sattva Purusha can be used to mean the unchanging God. So Sattva Purushayoho, in this case, I think it is that God. Atyanta Asankirnayoho. Atyanta means extreme. Asankirnayo means, Sankirna means narrow. So if you think of the Sattva Purusha as extremely not narrow at all. So you think of it as something extremely beyond all assumptions or any kind of thoughts. In other words, something that cannot be defined or brought in, something way beyond all of that, way beyond any expression of language, word, or thought. Pratyaya avishesho bhogaha. Pratyaya means, as I said, is what comes to you. So in other words, it's really thoughts, convictions. Avishesho bhogaha. Avishesho means that which is not specific. Bhogaha is the experience. Para arthatvat. Para means what is beyond. Arthatvat means the understanding being something beyond. Swartha samyamat. Swartha is, swa artha means what is specific to you. You do samyama on the Sattva Purusha being something way beyond expression, the infinite, that which cannot be expressed. And at the same time, you think of yourself, you bring both of them together in the samyama process. And through that, what can you have? You can have Purusha Jnanam. So Purusha is the sense of the, often it is said in the Yoga Sutra language, Purusha is your soul or your Atma, and the Prakriti is your programmed entity, your Chitta. Okay? So Prakriti and Purusha together is what creates all of this. So in this particular case, to know the soul or the Purusha, what you need to do is you cannot have any assumptions. You have to let go. And once you let go, Swartha is the person, you is the Swa. You are the person who can experience what that Purusha is all about. But only when you go into the zone of no assumptions. So I guess with that, we will stop over here in Sutra number 36, and we'll continue from Sutra number 37 tomorrow. Okay? So with that, we end over here. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Thank
Bye.
you. See you too.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rajan.
Thank you.
Namaste to all. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Thank you, everybody.